Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is May 23rd, 2021. You guys can tell we're going to talk about MATIC today on this video. Before I break all of this down and try to explain to you, did Polygon actually resist the market crash? You guys can tell over the last 3 or 4 days that the market in MATIC has completely followed the rest of the altcoins or cryptocurrencies in the space. So did it really resist the market crash or the movement lower? We're going to talk about that, tell you what we're expecting the market price to go in MATIC. But first, if today's your first time ever seeing our video, and you all can see that there is actually someone here that is placing predictions on their price chart, and you all appreciate that, how someone is actually giving you a heads up as to where price is going to go before it actually gets there. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, also join the team, join our community. We're going to create a massive community of individuals who wants to get in position right before the market moves so that we can win against everyone else in this space, right? I don't want you all to think that everyone has your best interest, because they don't. Everyone wants to take advantage of us, and it's vice versa. We want to take advantage of everyone else. We want to take their money and they want to take ours. So we need to have some competitive advantage in this space so that we can win and see where the market is anticipated to go so that we can get in position and win. This is how we're able to dominate in the markets. Okay, so hit that like button, share, subscribe, and also join this community. Now let's do this real quick. The last time we did our price prediction into the market in MATIC was on May the 9th. You guys can see we played a strength here in MATIC, and we had a restriction point in MATIC right there around $1.20. Excellent. Because right here on this particular day, you guys can tell that that's where MATIC initially saw some selling. So we was pretty accurate in that standpoint. Now, at least almost 21% could have been had in that prediction. You could have profited 21% in the market just by us expecting this currency go higher right there on May the 9th. So May the 9th to May the 12th, 3 days into the prediction, you could have garnered 20%. Now, as you can clearly tell, the market had enough momentum. There was enough gas into the tank to push MATIC all the way up here towards $2.70, which would equate to 170% gain, massively, right? But it wasn't long after that the market moved back down. All right, so 170% versus 21%, kudos. You profited out the market. You have taken someone else's money when you profit. So you did an excellent job. You called the market. You were in position to get 20% or 170%. From 20% all the way to 170 was your profit range. Excellent job. So now let's take this away, okay? Because obviously we're in a downtrend. There's no need for me to try to beat a dead horse. The market is weak, okay? Now, we need to make a determination though, because many cryptocurrencies that I've been doing videos for is showing us that the market has been, or it is testing an overall trend in this space, right? So here's MATIC's ascending line. This is the trend that MATIC is currently going through. And we are now seeing the market try to hold trend. It's trying to test this ascending line. All right. So we need to be focused. We need to pay attention to this market in MATIC to see whether or not it can bounce off this ascending line. Okay. Now we'll be able to tell this the further out in time we go. So since this is the last day or the beginning of a new week, let's look at the weekly chart in MATIC and take a look at that. This is massively weak. I cannot emphasize this to you enough, that this definitely emphasizes that MATIC is extremely, extremely weak. The market is anticipated just by looking at this weekly chart to go lower, period. Now, as I stated, you want to be part of this community. You want to hear even the negative news as you may perceive it, but you need to get in a position. You need to expect these things to occur, because many people have been caught off guard in MATIC when the market was trading up there around $2. I've seen, posts people calling themselves as calling the market as seeing that this cryptocurrency was a buy, and now look at the market price all the way down here, 86 cents. When just throughout this week, the market in MATIC was up there around $2.80. This market has lost. Okay, look at this. In 1 week of trading, this market in MATIC has lost 50% of its value. That's how far down we are in the market in MATIC. We're down 50% from a week ago. Because last week we closed here, May the 10th. And now we're down to 85 cents. So it is what it is. You can't change it. I cannot change it. The only thing we can do is read the market and get in position and win. That's it. So now, what do you all see occurring into? Look at this chart here. This is massively bearish on the 3 weeks time frame. Massively. I would like this trend better. Let me take this over to the daily and see how that looks on the daily. Yeah, I like this trend better. So let's run that trend, because look at how far we came into the market in MATIC, and look at how wide that spread is on a longer time frame. This is the overall trend that we're going to see in MATIC right here. Okay. So we got some stopping points that we can actually focus in on to see if the market's going to be able to hold it. All right, so we're looking around 72 cents all the way back down to 53. 72 cents to 53 cents is where we can see the market support come through in MATIC. Now that's from the long term. It doesn't mean that we're not going to have bouts of movement higher, because we will. But looking at this from the long term basis, you have to recognize that that is a very logical point to see this market in MATIC come and test. Okay. Very, very logical. So what we're going to do on this particular video is we're going to play the weakness. Now, I do see a shallow area of support though. Okay, so I would expect us to find some support in this vicinity. I would say around like 75 to 80 cents. I would expect that. So we would obviously come through and TP out the market around 75 cents, which is about 13%. Okay, that would be the first area for us to take profit. The next area would be all the way down here towards 60 cents to 60. I would say 55 to 60 cents would be the ultimate area right there. Now take a look at this. We have another 32% to drop in price according to our forecast, right? And it's not over. The weakness in MATIC is not over. We still have a ways to go to see this market in MATIC drop in price. Okay. Let me look at this on a 15-hour chart. I want to try to see where the restriction point is. And this is where restriction is into the market. Okay, $1.20. So we have a pretty wide area, $1.20 as restriction, and 60 cents, I'm sorry, as support. This is where we're looking for the market to go. We're already in a position. We're not going to be tricked into expecting that the market in MATIC is extreme buy, because it's not. We haven't found the bottom yet. When you look at the markets on a longer time frame, it shows us that this particular cryptocurrency has the ability to continue to drop, and we're going to play that. All right, so first area TP, let me recap what I said. First area TP is going to be around 75 cents, give us about 13% profitability. Next area will be around 55 to 60 cents. Okay, so we're in position. We are expecting the market in MATIC to continue to give us some weakness on this space, and that's it. Now, one thing I also want to say before I go is that with every massive movement higher in price, naturally you would see new people come into the market, right? Because they want to jump on the bandwagon. You know, it seems as if the cryptocurrencies would never drop in price, and in less than 1 week, we've seen 50%, 40%, 30% value erased or eradicated from the cryptocurrency market, right? To those of you who are new, This is just the name of the game. Okay. Many of you haven't expected. You were pulled in by persuasion to buy the market. Cryptos is it. Cryptos is the biggest thing to get into right now if you want to double your money. And that was the case, right? But if you were hipped to the euphoria and you couldn't read the chart, you are most likely in a bad position now, right? And you may be wondering, like, what in the world shall I do? Well, you need to follow us, because we'll tell you when the market's going to go higher. We'll also tell you when the market's going to go lower. We have no bias in pushing these cryptocurrencies. It is what it is, right? Our main focus is to dominate the market and try to take everyone else's money. It's just that. That's just it. And when you come into the market and you're new to it, that's the same thing that is going on here. Someone is taking someone else's money. So you need to prepare yourself for that. And in order for you to win, you have to learn how to predict the market, period. So follow us. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Also come back again and again so that you can learn as much as possible in this space so that you become more independent and not be pulled in the hype and the FUD and the FOMO that so many of these YouTube channels are trying to grab you guys with so that they could get click views. Join us. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and as always, trade different.